Hello, wonderful friends. It's so lovely to see you today. Do you know, sometimes the biggest adventures start with the smallest steps, and sometimes those steps need a little help from our shoes. Today, we're going on a magical journey, a story all about learning something super special, something that helps us run and jump and play all day long. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Once upon a time, in a forest filled with tall, whispering trees and sparkling, babbling brooks, lived a little squirrel named Pip. Pip was a very curious squirrel, with bright, shiny eyes and a fluffy tail that twitched with excitement whenever he thought of a new adventure. He loved to explore, to climb the highest oak and to chase butterflies through fields of wildflowers. One sunny morning, Pip woke up feeling extra bouncy. Today was the day. He had a brand new pair of shoes, bright red with little white stripes, and they felt so fast just sitting there. He imagined all the amazing places they would take him. He slipped his little squirrel feet into them, wiggling his toes with delight. Oh, they felt perfect. But then Pip looked down, and his happy, bouncy feeling started to wobble a little. These weren't his old slip-on shoes. These shoes had long, wiggly strings coming out of them, 2 on each shoe like sleepy snakes. He tried to pull them, he tried to push them, he even tried to tie them in a knot like he would a piece of yarn for his nest, but it just made a big, messy tangle. "Oh dear," sighed Pip, his fluffy tail drooping. "How will I ever run and jump if my shoes are all floppy and loose?" He tried again, pulling one string, then the other, but they just came undone. He felt a little tear prickle in his eye. His grand adventure seemed stuck before it even began. Just then a gentle hoot echoed from a nearby branch. "Hoo-hoo, little Pip! What's the trouble, my dear?" It was Professor Hoot, the wisest owl in the whole forest, with spectacles perched on his beak and feathers as soft as clouds. Pip looked up, his eyes still a little watery. "Oh, Professor Hoot, it's my new shoes. They have these tricky strings, and I don't know how to make them stay put. I want to go on an adventure, but my shoes won't cooperate." Professor Hoot chuckled softly, a warm, comforting sound. "Ah, Pip, my clever friend, those aren't just tricky strings. They're shoelaces, and learning to tie them is a wonderful adventure in itself. It takes a little patience, a little practice, and a special secret song. Would you like me to show you?" Pip's eyes lit up. "Oh, yes, please, Professor Hoot. A secret song?" "Indeed," said Professor Hoot, fluttering down to a low branch right beside Pip. "Now, let's look at those laces. See, you have 2 on each shoe, right?" Pip nodded, holding up one foot. "2 long ones. Excellent," Professor Hoot began. "Now the very first step, Pip, is like giving your laces a friendly hug. Take 1 lace in each paw like you're holding 2 little worms." Pip carefully picked up the laces. "Like this? Perfect. Now cross 1 lace over the other, like they're giving each other a little high five. One goes over, and then, Pip, you tuck it underneath, right through the little space you've made. Can you do that?" Pip concentrated. He crossed the red lace over the white one, then pushed the red one underneath, pulling it through like this, he asked, holding up the shoe. "Exactly!" Professor Hoot beamed. "And now pull both laces tight, but not too tight, just snug, like you're giving your shoe a gentle squeeze. This is the very first knot, the foundation for all your adventures." Pip pulled, and the laces held. "Wow!" he exclaimed. "It's staying." "That's step 1, my friend," Professor Hoot winked. "Now for the fun part, the bunny ears. This is where the magic really happens. Take one of your laces and make a loop like a little bunny ear standing up tall. Hold it with your thumb and finger." Pip carefully made a loop with 1 lace. It was a bit wobbly at first, but he held it steady. A bunny ear. Wonderful. Now take the other asterisk lace and make another asterisk bunny ear, just like the first one. 2 bunny ears, ready to hop. Pip made the second loop. Now he had 2 little bunny ears sticking up from his shoe. He giggled. "They look like they're listening." "They are," Professor Hoot agreed. "They're listening for the next part of our song. Now, Pip, this is the trickiest bit, but you are a clever squirrel. Take 1 bunny ear and cross it over the other bunny ear, just like you did with the first laces. 1 over the other, a gentle crisscross. Pip carefully crossed one bunny ear over the other. Like this? Precisely. Now remember how you tucked the first lace underneath? You're going to do the same thing with these bunny ears. Push the top bunny ear asterisk underneath asterisk the other one, right through the little hole you've made the middle. It's like the bunny is hopping through a tunnel. Pip squinted, pushing one bunny ear through the small gap. It was a bit fiddly, and he had to try a couple of times. The first time it slipped. "Oh no, don't worry, Pip," Professor Hoot encouraged. "Learning new things always takes a few tries. That's how we get better. Try again, slowly and gently." Pip took a deep breath. He crossed the bunny ears again, and this time he pushed one through the tunnel with extra care. He pulled it through, and then he had two loops, one on top of the other. "You've got it!" Professor Hoot cheered. "Now for the grand finale. Hold both bunny ears, one in each paw, and pull them tight, tight, tight. Give them a good firm tug." Pip pulled both loops and asterisk pop. A beautiful neat bow appeared on his shoe. The laces were tied. They were snug and "Oh, I did it!" Pip squeaked, his tail wagging furiously. "My shoes are tied. They're not floppy anymore." "You certainly did, my little friend," Professor Hoot said proudly. "You learned the secret song of the shoelaces. Let's sing it together so you remember." And Professor Hoot began to sing in a soft, rhythmic hoot. "Two long laces side by side, cross them over. Let them glide. Under and through, a gentle pull. Now your first knot, strong and full. Make a loop, a bunny ear, another loop, so very clear. Cross them over, don't delay. Through the tunnel, come what may. Pull them tight, with all your might. A perfect bow, a wondrous sight. Now your shoes are tied so neat, ready for adventures with happy feet." Pip sang along, practicing the words and the motions. He untied his shoe and tried again, singing the song. Two long laces side by side he sang as crossing them over. Under and through, a gentle pull. He pulled them tight. Make a loop, a bunny ear. He made one loop. Another loop, so very clear. He made the second. Cross them over, don't delay. He crossed them. Through the tunnel, come what may. He pushed one through. Pull them tight. With all your might he pulled an asterisk voila. Another perfect bow. He tried it on his other shoe, singing the song again. This time it was even easier. He felt a surge of pride. He had learned something new, something that seemed so tricky at first, but with a little help and a lot of practice, he had mastered it. "Oh, Professor Hoot, thank you, Pip exclaimed, doing a little happy dance. "Now I can go on my adventure. My shoes are ready." "That's the spirit, Pip," Professor Hoot smiled. "Remember, every big journey starts with a single step, and sometimes that step is learning to tie your own shoes. Be patient with yourself, keep practicing, and you'll be amazed at all the wonderful things you can learn and do." And with his bright red shoes tied perfectly, Pip waved goodbye to Professor Hoot and scampered off, ready for the most amazing adventure of his life, all because he learned to tie his shoelaces. He ran and jumped, his shoes staying snug and secure, carrying him to new discoveries and joyful moments. So, my dear friends, just like Pip, you too can learn anything you set your mind to. It might seem tricky at first, but with a little patience, a little practice, and maybe even a little song, you can achieve wonderful things. Every time you tie your shoes, remember Pip and Professor Hoot and the joy of learning something new. Thank you so much for joining me on this special story today. I hope you enjoyed our adventure with Pip and Professor Hoot. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those happy feet moving. If you loved our story, please consider giving us a follow or subscribing so you don't miss our next adventure. See you soon.